Today's video is a re-editing of a disastrous stream. That's two disastrous streams I've had. Link to the stream is up there, but it'll still work. You can just follow the instructions. What we're going to do is we're going to install Home Assistant using VirtualBox on a Windows 11 machine. So you need a reasonable Windows 11 machine. That's kind of all you're going to need. I'm kind of doing this because if you've not seen Home Assistant before, I kind of recommend having a play and just setting it up on your Windows machine so you can see what it's like. I wouldn't recommend it long term because Windows makes it a bit more complicated. So let's roll the credits and get straight into it. For VirtualBox, first thing I've got to do is download VirtualBox. So let's give that a go. So I've gone to VirtualBox wiki downloads, and what I was planning to do was keep a list of all the things that I tell you that I've got, and add them to the description in the end. So Windows hosts, and it downloads VirtualBox. So I've also got the instructions for VirtualBox, so we'll be following those to make sure I don't miss anything important. So what we have to do is, the first thing we have to do is install VirtualBox. So if I go to downloads, find that folder and double click on it. Yes, I want to install. So we're going to need this too. VirtualBox. Down it comes. So I want to find that file, open it, copy that out, and I will put it on my E drive. So we put that in there. Okay, the recording wasn't very detailed because I had to lower the frame rate, so we'll just do this again so you can see. So I've got VirtualBox open. I click on new. I'm going to call it HA, and I'm going to store it on my E drive in a Home Assistant folder. A VirtualBox folder will do, and we'll create a new folder in here, call that HA as well. Select folder. It's going to be a Linux machine, a Linux 64-bit machine, hardware rise, we want 4896 meg of RAM and 2 CPUs. We need to enable EFI. Hard disk wise, we're going to use an existing hard disk file, which is in well, that's a new one. That one there. I'm going to choose that. And I'm going to click finish. A quick check, 40962. Just need to check EFI is enabled. Storage is that disk. Network needs to be bridged adapter. So just drag this over here. So we don't want it to be NAT, we want it to be bridged adapter, which means it will go and look at the main network and get the IP address from the main network. So it's like working off the machine. Click OK. All ready to go. We'll click start. Okay, it's booting up Home Assistant now. Started the CLI, just waiting for the supervisor to start. Okay, so 192.168.1.65 is the number that we're interested in. So if I just load a browser now, 192.168.1.65:8123. Still setting it up, so this might take a while. Okay, it's going now, so I can. I'll just show you this. I'm not going to do it. So I could upload a backup like I took earlier, or I could actually go and log into my Home Assistant cloud and get my download from them, which is really useful. I'm just going to go create my smart home, and I'm going to call it wrong words. Will it let me do wrong words? Wrong words on purpose. Wrong words on purpose. Wrong words on purpose. Create account. And we'll be in Buckingham. Ooh, which country shall I be in? I think there's one in Australia too. You've lost that one. Okay, I'm going to switch all the analytics on because this goes back to Home Assistant so they can see what's going, what breaks and what doesn't break, and all the things like that. So we'll click next. Okay, these are the things on my network that it's found. We'll click next. I'm going to click save on that. So this is the stuff that it's found, and it's stuff that it's added. But if I wanted to add something, if I go into devices and services, so let's add my brother printer. I want to set it up, submit, yeah. There's no rooms, so I need to set them up, so I'll put it in the kitchen. I'll click finish. Okay, and there's the basics of the printer. so I'm going to need to get colour cartridge soon. Okay, we're all set up there. Home Assistant is now working and installed on Windows on this machine here. Like I said before, it's not a I wouldn't recommend it to run a live system. It can do, and I know some people do, but you are this is great for seeing whether you like Home Assistant. If you've got a Windows machine, you can just run it. You can do also, if you've got another system that it's running on, you can do the restores and backups on here to make sure they're working, because it's one of those things that you always should do. So you do backups every day, but if they don't work, you're in trouble. Okay, so that's it for today. If you could like and subscribe, that would be great. And I'll see you on the next one. Unless you want to watch